Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning, folks.
Morning, everyone. Welcome back.
It's a beautiful day. Can't believe we're nearly into November. We had 31.5 degrees yesterday.
What's that, nearly 90 Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
Lovely. Wonderful.
Fantastic.
We're soaking it up.
We have lots of jobs to do. I've obviously been away for a few days, so I'm catching up with things domestically. And Andy's obviously carrying on with those
We got the units,
troughs.
but we've also, after the rain we had last week, we've got a leak in the roof.
Yes.
It's a bit of the roof that I'd already done, so whether the guy's walking over it have cracked a tile somewhere.
Possibly.
We can't see anything obvious, so I'm going to see if we can do a bit of testing off it, see if we can see where it's coming from,
Yeah.
amongst other things. Let's crack on.
Let's do it.
Before I do anything though, I'm still doing a bit of tidying up. As you can see, parts of my bench are accessible and get in there. I also have got this nifty little Stanley blade holder that's been in the top drawer of the toolbox, which is very full. You can wall mount it and you just slide the blades out like that. I'm not going to do because I don't need one at the minute. So I'm going to stick this on the wall first and then do a little bit more tidying up. This is what I call my charging station, where we charge all the batteries for the power tools. I've got two chargers there, car battery charger, mini car battery charger, charging for everything. I'm just going to stick him on the wall. That's something else on the wall actually, about there I reckon. And that'll be nice and handy for me. Nifty, isn't it? It works alright, fantastic. Another job done. Right, the next thing I want to do, all the offcuts that I use, I'll stick them all in a bag and use them to start the fire with. But this bag's dead, so I want to get a new bag for that. And then all these bits of stuff over here, chop up what's not usable, not going to be usable, and stick it in my fire starter bag. So I should have a new bag somewhere, there's one right here. Oh no, that's a it's just a builder's sand bag. That's a rubbish bag. Right, I'll find one. Right, so I found a bag. Let's just get this off. I'm going to have to tip it all on the floor. I'll try. Really get it in. Stick that in there. Oh, I'll leave it. Most of it's gone in. So I've sawn them down into usable lengths, and Rickard is working again. He's splitting them up for me. Fantastic. So we've got another big pile here. Perfect to go in the sack.
Yes.
This is where I ripped down, remember the big old beams, ripped them down and used them for...
These are thin. No need to...
No, they're alright I think. Maybe this one. And so yeah, tidied up the place a bit as well. I think we're going to stop there because we can't get any more in the bag. But it'll go over the winter, it'll all go. There won't be a scrap of wood for miles around. Right, so I've got this end one. Where have I gone? I'm here. I've got this end one's in and done. I just need to trim the little corner off because it's a bit tight. I thought I might have to fiddle with all of them, but they're all sitting pretty nicely. And then I'm going to take the old wood glue and I'm just going to glue these in position in preparation. Right, so I've marked that one. Just needs a little slice taken off it. And I'm just going to put a drop of glue on these and stick them in place. As easy as that. Get it in the right place. Lovely. Bit of weight on it. Not very heavy, but it'll do. And carry on. Right, so Rickard's taking notes. This one, that angle's about 90 degrees or near enough for what we need, but this one, I'm going to have to get the bevel gauge and set an angle on that because nothing's square. So we'll get a measurement across. Perfect. 750.
60. Oh well, to the concrete. 60.
To the wood.
Out to the wood. 56. 56.
Right, 756. Maybe 755. 755. We'll go with 755, and I'll get this angle cut, and then as we did with the other ones, we'll just cut them all at the angle we want, and then square them off after. Right, so the desired angle is that. It's not far off 90, but it's enough. Just need to check again. I would imagine this is going to be similar to the others. Oh no, this one's bigger. Would you believe it? 41 on that side. Centimetres this is. 405 millimetres. So the first job is to rotate the saw to give me that angle. Slacken off the front, pull the thing out. It's going that way, isn't it? Let me see. A little bit more. A little bit back. Brilliant, we're good to go. Oh, that at the end. We want the angle on this end, don't we, of course? Then we want 755 and a bit extra, so if we do it at we'll go for about there. So we've got our angle there, so we just can cut this to the length that we want, and then I'll carry on and get the rest of them cut. Right, so we put the saw back to square now, and we've already marked this one and measured it. We just cut the other end square where we want it. And then we'll start with the top one at 755 and then work our way down slowly. Right, I can't cut this one yet because obviously we need to rip it down the same as we did, and then we can measure it because it's on an angle. If we take some off here, it's going to change it. So over to the table saw. And like it's not complicated enough, I need to cut it at that angle as well because this is the rail that's going to carry it. So again, like we did, move him out of the way, just slacken out and off, and then tilt that to the same angle. Perfect there. Tighten them up. Make sure we put the wood in the right way because it'd be silly to get it the wrong way. So that's right, isn't it? Yeah, that's the top bottom. Let's do it. I've set it to 50mm by the way. I'm not going to go any further because I might want this for something else, and I only need 755mm. Now we can cut this to length. Right, so we've got our piece. I'm just going to make sure it fits and we're happy with it all, which I am, I think. Yes. So now the next piece we cut to the bottom edge of this and so on. Keep cutting them, so we'll go and get those done. Right, so all our bits are cut. I'm just gonna, again, like the same as always, just rock these up put a bead of glue all the way down, a good bead of glue, a good bit at the bottom. Then try and get them back down, but they do go really slippy without them moving. Let that one sit for a minute. Same on this side. Like that. Without him moving, which is not easy. Just check that one. Check the tops. Yeah, so he's cracked a little bit. It's so slidey when you've got the glue on them. Right, now I've put some, where's my things? Put these across them and clamp it down tight without moving them. Right, I'm going for this. One on that side, super tight, and one over on this side. Right, there we go. Just let them dry now for half an hour. Right, the compressor's running. It's had half an hour. We're going to take the clamps off. If I can undo it. It's very tight. Yeah. 1, 2. Flip it over, see what we've got. It's pretty good actually. Perfect.
Good.
We need the string. Where's the string? Hang on, I'll get the string.
Blue string.
We'll use this one. So if you can hold that one in the centre of there, so we get all the nails in a line.
A little bit to this side.
To this side, okay.
A little bit, not much. Yeah.
I'm going to hold this one with a magnet. We wait for the compressor and then we'll fire some nails in it. Here we go, we're ready. I've just got to get this in the right place. And this one. And as always, either side of the joint. We're using the string so we get them all in a nice, neat line. I think we've run out of nails. Right, we'll refill it. All we do, open that, pop them in there, click it back shut and carry on.
And watch my finger.
That one didn't work. No, that one didn't work, that one. I won't get your fingers.
How you want? Yeah. You want one at each side. Yeah, that's good. Oops.
There.
Yep.
Right, we'll get the other side done now as well.
Wonderful.
Right, there it is. The moment of truth, we're going to try it.
Looks great.
Right, perfect. So there we go. It fits a treat. We're a tiny bit off on this angle on this side, but not enough to be concerned about because there's a big bit of a lump in the thing anyway. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, the line is perfect for the next drawer, the next door. So we'll get the hinges on it. Right, so we're happy with that. I'm just going to, again as always, sand all the edges down, make them all nice and smooth and down, and then we can put a little knob on and put the hinges on the top ready to get it fitted. So sanding first. It doesn't need much. Next we're going to fit the hinges. I'm not going into detail, we've done it many times on many videos. I'm just going to pop them in and then fit the little handle knob on the other side. Right, it's done. It's going on. Got to get it in the right place. Make a little gap at the back there for the, give a little bit of play. Lovely. Now the screws are in my pocket. Okay. Fine. Get one on this side. Thank you, Rico. Move the cornflakes.
And the crack is even all the way.
That's alright, doesn't look alright. You can probably see better than me actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a torch on this. Make it easier. There you are.
Voila!
Wonderful.
And you put the knob.
And the knob's done.
And it's
Perfect. We'll get the other screws in and we'll test it. There we go. Another one done. 3 down, 2 to go. And it works as well. Happy days. Right, I really wasn't happy with the angle there. I've moved it up one, and it's as you can see there, it's a much better angle. I had to just cut like a centimetre off, 10 millimetres off this side, but yeah, much happier now. Like it when things are perfect. I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night. So I get these in, and then we are done for this one now, just in a different place. So today we're going to have a look at this roof. I actually did all this bit, just a short section, 2 years ago. And whether the guys have cracked one of the tiles or something when they did the rest of the roof, I don't know. So we're going to try and pinpoint where the water's coming in. Obviously in the roof you've got grooves, channels. We're just going to pour water down each one of the channels slowly and see where we get a leak, and that'll pinpoint where it's coming from. Hopefully we're going to find it. Right, so that's where the water's coming in. Just one little drip from there. It's obviously been doing it for a long time over the years. So let's have a look. This is the roof in question. It all looks pretty good. There's nothing obvious at all. It's wobbly like all the other roofs. But right at the bottom there, there's a very shallow gully, and we think it could be backing up under the tiles. But I guess we'll find out shortly. So go and get a watering can and start pouring. To see that gully a bit better there. It's very shallow, and then obviously there's a massive one there that I put in, a big gutter. It's a deep one that carries the bulk of it away. So we'll get some water. So I'm going to start low down. Rickard's inside watching. It seems to be flowing alright. We will actually catch this in our deposit there, so it's not wasted. Right, there's nothing yet. It's pouring into the deposit in there, which will pump out probably tomorrow. So we'll just keep going until we find the spot. Right, we've found it. Well, I've pinpointed it to an area sort of this big, and there's some cement up there. So I reckon when they've done the roof, they've actually done something and tried to fix it unsuccessfully. So I can't go on it now anyway because the tiles break for fun when they're wet. So, but at least we know pretty much exactly where it is, hopefully. After further investigation, it's coming in between there and there, 2 or 3 rows in. So I think the next thing to do is to take all the top tiles off and have a look at the underneath ones. They're dished underneath and rounded on top, and check the underneath one, because there's obviously a hole, a broken tile or something under there that's allowing it to come in. But unfortunately, while they're wet, you can't touch them or walk on them because they become very brittle. So at least we've found the area where it's leaking to a very specific point. I thought it might be a bit easier if I brought the camera up. I've put a pen mark there and a pen mark there. It's on the 3rd and 4th rows in that the problem is. So what I'm going to do now, as I said before, take the top ones off and check the ones underneath. Just thought that might be a bit clearer to see. So basically how this works, these are set on the roof, not wobbling about like that, fixed in place with lime, mortar or what have you. They're tapered, the wide end at the top for the underneath ones, so they slit inside each other like that, and then the top ones, they go over the top like so, and another one with a slight overlap on them, and so any water comes down, it runs off the top into the channels and runs away. Fantastic system, very old, works very well. We've got what, 300 square meters of roof here, so we've just got one little leak to sort out, but we'll get there with it.
Well, as you know, Ricard's been staying with us for a few days now, and he's just given us a present this morning. Look at these traditional Swedish clogs. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're made from a special wood called
All.
Yeah.
That grows along the creeks. It loves the water.
Yeah.
Which means it's gonna be good for your sweaty feet.
Yes, so your feet won't sweat in these.
They
I think
will-
we're going to have a little practice at walking in
Yeah,
them, because
they-
they're not going to be easy.
No, and it's real leather here, and
Beautiful.
the rubber, I suppose, here to not slip too
Yes,
much.
yeah,
It's made in Sweden.
yes.
Luckily, not China.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Fantastic.
I would love to see you walk in them.
Right, so this afternoon we're going to treat ourselves. We're going to do, Vic has bought some chicken, needs eating, so we're going to do it on the barbecue and make a revuelto, which is like a scrambled eggs with some mushrooms and some tomatoes and things. So first we need to chop some wood though, because this is all I've got. We use almond for the barbecue, our own harvested stuff from locally around. So we're going to go and chop some up. Right, so this is our stash of heavily seasoned almonds. We're just going to take some of these and just split them up into very burnable sizes for the barbecue. So let's do it. That'll be plenty.
It's enough.
Plenty.
Well.
Well, Ricard's obviously done this before.
Different woods as well.
Yes.
We get the home oak, it's impossible to split that.
Yeah.
But the almond, once it's dry, it splits really easily. Oh, they're all a bit different. Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
We'll carry on.
Yes, sir.
Right, so look at all that lovely almond. That'll do about 10 barbecues. That we're not using the smoker box. We're just going to use the normal barbecue bit. And if it don't fall over, get it burning. Let it burn down to smouldering embers, and then get our chicken cooked. Right, so we've got enough wood on there that's hopefully going to cook our chicken. We've lit it. There's a bit of smoke coming off it. Hopefully that'll get going nicely, and leave us with a nice bed of embers to cook our chicken on.
No smoke without fire.
So the barbecue's ready, the chicken's on, Sharon's preparing the rest of it. Absolutely starving now. Hungry, ready for this.
So, chicken's nearly ready. I'm just doing the revuelto. We've probably told you before, it's basically scrambled egg with any kind of vegetable that you want to put in it. So, oh, that's burning. So I'm going to crack on now. I've got onions, garlic, mushrooms, and obviously eggs. Get it done. Okay, so cheers everybody. We're going to sit down and enjoy our lunch now, and we'll catch you later.
Well, we said goodbye to Ricard this morning. Not so much a goodbye, but see you later. He's got another month or so, I think, travelling about and making his way back to sunny Sweden. We had a comment, people have asked about do we collect water off the roof. Yes, we do. We have touched on this before. But basically all the gutters you can see up there, off the apartment that's behind you, and off the workshop roof, off half the roof, or just under half the roof, all runs down that pipe there and into a big deposit where it's all collected, it's all gathered there. And from there, we've got a series of pipes on a big pump. You might be able to see the other pipe there, I'm not sure. A big pump in the workshop that pumps it into our purification tank. So we had a bit of rain a couple of weeks ago. It does tend to, churn up quite a bit of dirt in there, silt, dust, whatever it is. So we tend to let it settle. We filter it going in. We tend to let it settle. It comes out pretty clean then and doesn't clog the filters or doesn't use as many filters. So today I'm going to see how much I've got in here. We've been letting our tank run down to make space for it. So we get about 1800 litres in there at the moment. So we're going to have a look and see what we've got. So I'm sat on top of our big purification tank. It holds several thousand litres. I've got a little gauge here that tells me how much is in it. I'm probably down to about 600 at the moment. We can safely put 2,500 in it. If any more than that, it does leak away a bit. It's another job that needs to be sorted, but it doesn't matter. Generally, it's fed from the big tank up the land, and it's got a ball valve in here, so that's just open, trickling it in, constantly filling it up. But in this case, that's turned off because they wanted to drain it down, and it's pumped in through this pipe here, through this massive pump here. It's filtered through a 5 micron filter going in to keep it as clean as possible, and then coming back out, as we've said before, we've got 2 particle filters, 5 micron, 1 micron, then the carbon filter which takes all the nasty chemicals and things out of it, and lastly at the end the UV filter which kills all things like E. coli and any bacteria that might have made its way through. So what I'm going to do, all we need to do is open this valve. There, it's a self-priming pump with a non-return valve down in the bottom of the deposit, and plug it in, and we should see some action. Plug the right one in. We make sure this valve's closed as well. We're only going that way because it's not connected to anything at the moment. And just plug him in. Give it a minute and it should start coming through. There it is, the filter's full. The first bit's always quite dirty for some reason, no idea why, but the filter's doing its job. There you go, it's at full tilt now, piling it in. We've got the kilowatt heater running upstairs. This pump is about 1.5 kilowatts, and the batteries are still charging. What a system, it's working brilliantly. That's 1,000 litre mark now, 1,500 to go. Oh, that's all we're getting out of it. Probably about 1,000 litres. It's 1,000 litres of free water, so excellent. Well, I can go and open the valve on the other one now and let that just do its job, keeping it filled up and topped up and providing our water. And finally, we're getting with the technology. Here's Alfie, he's getting bigger every day.
He is.
We've just got, now as you know, we can monitor our solar production and state of the batteries and everything through an app on my phone. We've just now put a smart plug in because we were trying to hammer this with a little electric heater upstairs. It's getting a little bit cool overnight, so rather than having to keep manually plugging it in, I can just check the power and turn it off from my smartphone.
Excellent.
How cool is that? Don't you just love technology? Anyway, that's us.
Yep. signing off. Rickard's
Signing off.
moved on now. He's
Yes,
going to meet his
I
daughter.
said earlier, yeah.
So just us now. So we're going
Back to
to
normal.
have a
So,
nice cold beer, and we'll see you on Thursday.